be honest, money is one of the biggest sources of stress in people's lives. Year after year, surveys show that financial struggles outrank health, relationships, and even career problems when it comes to what keeps people up at night. The truth is, most people are stuck living paycheck to paycheck, even when they seem to be doing well on the surface. They may drive nice cars, live in decent homes, and even post glamorous pictures online. But behind closed doors, their bank accounts tell a different story. So why is this the case? Why do so many hardworking, intelligent, and capable people remain broke their entire lives? Today, we're breaking down 9 powerful reasons most people stay broke. And if you recognize these patterns in your own life, awareness is the first step to breaking free. 1. Confusing high income with wealth. The first and perhaps most dangerous reason people stay broke is because they confuse earning a high income with being wealthy. On the surface, someone making $10,000 a month might look financially successful. But if they're spending every cent or more on lifestyle upgrades, they're no wealthier than someone making half that. Wealth is not measured by how much you make, but by how much you keep and grow. That's why countless athletes, musicians, and even lottery winners who earn millions still end up bankrupt. Their money flows in one hand and out the other because they never learned the discipline of keeping and multiplying it. This illusion is one of the strongest traps people fall into. 2. Lifestyle inflation. Closely tied to income confusion is the trap of lifestyle inflation. The moment most people get a raise or earn extra income, their expenses immediately rise to match it. They move into a bigger home, lease a luxury car, or buy expensive gadgets to reward themselves. At first, it feels like progress. After all, they're finally enjoying the fruits of their labor. But over time, it becomes just another form of financial imprisonment. Each new expense eats into their income, leaving no room to save or invest. The result? Despite working harder and earning more, they remain trapped in the same financial cycle, with nothing to show for it except fleeting moments of pleasure. 3. Crushing debt. If lifestyle inflation is the silent killer, debt is the outright assassin of financial stability. Credit cards, payday loans, and buy now, pay later schemes create the illusion of affordability while chaining people to years of repayment. Debt doesn't just drain income with high interest rates, it steals peace of mind and limits freedom. Many people drive cars they can't truly afford, live in homes that stretch their budget to the breaking point, and use credit to cover even basic living expenses. What makes debt especially dangerous is that it grows while you're not paying attention, compounding quietly in the background. It's modern-day slavery, and for millions, it's the main reason they stay broke. 4. Lack of financial education. Perhaps the most overlooked reason people stay broke is because they were never taught how money really works. Schools teach algebra, chemistry, and world history, but rarely do they cover practical topics like budgeting, credit, taxes, or investing. As a result, most adults enter the workforce financially illiterate. They know how to earn money, but not how to manage it. Without this knowledge, they make costly mistakes, overspending, falling for scams, investing blindly, or failing to save at all. In today's world, financial illiteracy is as dangerous as never learning to read or write. It leaves people vulnerable, confused, and trapped in cycles of bad decisions that keep them broke. The consumer mentality. Another huge reason people stay broke is because they think like consumers instead of investors. The consumer mindset says, "I have money, therefore I should spend it." The investor mindset says, "I have money, therefore I should use it to make more money." Most people fall into the first category. They spend on things that depreciate: cars, clothes, electronics, and entertainment, while ignoring assets that could appreciate and grow their wealth. This constant consumption creates the illusion of prosperity, but drains financial stability. True wealth builders resist the urge to consume excessively. They understand that every dollar spent on unnecessary items is a dollar that could have been invested to generate future income. 6. Fear of taking risks. Ironically, many people stay broke because they fear losing money. They cling to the security of a paycheck, stash their savings in low-interest accounts, and avoid investing altogether. To them, investing feels too risky, starting a business feels too uncertain, and financial opportunities seem too intimidating. But here's the truth. Avoiding risk is the riskiest move of all. Inflation silently erodes the value of savings. Job security is an illusion, and opportunities pass by while fear holds people back. Wealthy people don't avoid risk. They learn to manage it. The broke remain stuck because fear convinces them that playing it safe is the best choice, when in reality, it guarantees they'll never get ahead. 7. The comfort trap. Comfort is one of the biggest enemies of financial progress. It's easier to spend money on takeout than to cook at home. It's easier to ignore bank statements than to face the reality of overspending. It's easier to keep doing what you've always done than to push yourself to learn new financial skills. And so, people choose comfort over discipline, convenience over sacrifice, and short-term ease over long-term gain. The problem is, comfort feels good in the moment, but costs everything in the future. Those who stay broke often do so because they refuse to leave their comfort zones, even when it's slowly draining their financial future. 8. Peer pressure and social comparison. In the age of social media, this reason has become more destructive than ever. Everywhere you look, people are flaunting vacations, designer clothes, and luxury lifestyles. The pressure to keep up can be overwhelming, and many people overspend just to project an image of success. The irony is that many of the people they're trying to impress are also drowning in debt. Instead of focusing on building real wealth, they compete in a race of appearances, where nobody wins in the long run. Social comparison keeps people broke because it shifts their focus away from financial independence and toward impressing others. 9. Lack of clear financial goals. Finally, most people stay broke because they have no clear plan for their money. They drift through life with vague intentions like, "I should save more," or "one day I'll invest." But without specific, measurable goals, nothing changes. When money comes in, it slips through their fingers because it has no purpose. Wealthy people, on the other hand, are intentional. They set targets, track progress, and align their spending with their long-term vision. Without goals, money gets wasted on impulse purchases and unnecessary expenses. Without goals, people wander financially, and wandering almost always leads to staying broke. So, why do most people stay broke? It isn't because they don't work hard, it isn't because they're unlucky, and it certainly isn't because wealth is reserved for a chosen few. The 9 reasons we've explored, confusing income with wealth, lifestyle inflation, debt, lack of financial education, the consumer mentality, fear of risk, the absence of goals, peer pressure, and comfort, are the real culprits. The good news, once you understand these traps, you can start to avoid them. Staying broke is not inevitable. It's a result of choices, habits, and mindsets. And the moment you decide to break those patterns, you open the door to a completely different financial future.